Guys, welcome to my channel, and today we will going to be discuss about the assignments for semester 1 management theory subject, which is MTP management theory and practices, that is specifically for September 2022 cycle. So before proceeding, I just want to give you a brief about this September 2022 cycle. Hope many of the students are already aware of that this cycle is only for those students who have not able to upload the assignments in the previous cycle, that is June cycle, or maybe in the previous cycle like the December cycle, or might be getting the copy case due to one or the another reason. So that's why they open the September cycle for those students. So for the regular students who have cleared their first semester, they won't be getting the option of submitting the assignments in the September cycle. But yes, those who have not submitted or get the copy case need to who want to submit the assignments, they will get an option in their assignments link, and there they will get the option of submitting the assignments, right? uh, Assignments, those who are having the assignments, they can just see this PDF file. So if you see this PDF file, there are three questions, first, second, third A and third B. Each question is comprises of 10 marks. Third question is having of two parts, third A and third B, and the maximum word limit is 1000 words. So maybe if you are going to about 700 800 words, then it's totally fine. Two important concepts which you need to make sure that should not come into your assignments. That's the very first one is the plagiarism. So plagiarism is simply the case when you are taking the content from internet, or maybe from NMIMS portal, or maybe from any other source, and just directly copying it and pasting it to your assignments. So in that case it will be a plagiarism. It means you are taking the content from some other's mind, so that's why it comes under plagiarism. The second thing is the copy case. So copy case is normally when you are giving your assignment to your friend, or maybe you and your friend is having the same assignment. In that case, if the content is same, then both will get the copy case, right? And both will get the 0 marks, and both will need to submit the assignment again. So these two are the important things which you need to take care before submitting the assignments. Additionally, I'm just giving you a brief about my YouTube channel. Like if you need any help or any assistance regarding any of these stuffs, like if you need help regarding the assignments, you are not sure what to write, how to write, you are not confident, then definitely you can connect to me. You are not sure how to check the plagiarism, already I have already shared a video on plagiarism. You can refer to that as well to just cross check that whether your assignment is falling under plagiarism. So maximum 20% plagiarism is allowed. So you can check through the numerous websites online, few websites which are been recommended by NMIMS. I have already shared in my previous video. If you are not sure about the exam pattern, what is the exam pattern, again, there's a couple of videos where I have shared what will be the exam pattern, what will be the exam study material. Then if you are not if you want to get more MCQ questions or the exam descriptive questions, then few of them I have already uploaded to my channel. And if you need more, you can just connect to me. If you are looking for previous year question papers or the exam terms, definitely that will. I'm not saying that that will be 100% useful for the exam, but yes, that would cover 70, 80, and many a time 90% of the exam. So you can easily crack the exams if you are not getting much time to study the complete books or the complete videos. You are not able to refer to the videos of NMIMS in any of the cases. Or if you have any other doubts, you can just connect to me at any time at gsc.mba@gmail.com. Surely just share me your contact details. I will surely connect to you one to one and discuss whatever is your open concerns. Now coming back to our assignment. So as we already discussed that this is the PDF, and in this video we will discuss that okay, these are the question, what you need to be written in the question, what is being asked, what to be written, which page numbers to refer, and what is the content which you can refer. So talking about the very first question, the very first question is, here are the two situations for you. Please read them carefully and enumerate the type of managerial decision making is considered in each of the situations, and elaborate on the importance of managerial decision making. So the question is about the decision making of the managers, right? Managerial decision making. So we just need to speak all about the managerial decision making. So they have given the two situations. The first situation is Roster Diamonds is a large company with the 5 units of production. Shamim is a manager in one of the production unit and is responsible for creating weekly work schedule for the employees in various production units. The unit is a mixture of full-time, part-time, contractual employees. What type of decision making is this? Elaborate. So the very first situation is basically we are talking about a weekly or a daily basis of tasks which employees are doing. So just keeping a track and making the decisions in that kind of decisions. So we need to write about that thing. The second thing is during the pandemic situation, State Diamonds needed to close some two of the units temporarily. Now there is a dilemma in front of the directors while they know that the company will bounce back and hence they do not want to let to go their employees, but certainly currently they do not have the enough projects for all of them. What type of decision making will they need to indulge in? Basically it's a situation comes up where they are having maybe for example 1,000 employees and there's a shortage of the work as for time being due to COVID, and they left with a very limited work, which can easily be done by maybe 600 or 700 employees. So, what about the rest 300 employees? Whether they continue with them because we don't know how till what time the pandemic will continue. Maybe it will take 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or many more years. Then, in such situation, it will be a big loss to the company. So, what kind of decision this is? So, basically, two situations are given. We just need to give a brief about the decision making, what is managerial decision making, and after that we just need to elaborate the type of situations, the type of situations, and about the decisions. So let's see what needs to be written, which book page numbers to be referred. So going to the page number 117, the very first thing. So if we go to the page number 117, it is about the concept and the introduction of the managerial decision. So we just need to give a concept about the managerial decision making. Basically, what is a decision? What is a managerial decision? So maybe you can just refer to the direct definitions. Direct definitions, as we discussed earlier, won't come in under the plagiarism. So don't worry, you can just directly copy paste these things. It won't come under plagiarism because these are the direct words which are been stated by some of the scientists or some of the people who are making a great success in this kind of studies and into this field, right? Then next comes about the what about the brief about the operational decisions. So going to the page number 127. So here we just need to talk about the operational decision. So if you see operational decision, these decisions are taken by the operational manager for deciding the daily operations, right? Because if you talk about the first situation, we are talking about weekly activities and the tasks. So this comes under the operational decisions. Then next part comes as page number 121. So going to the page number 121. Yes. So before going to page number 121, 123, we just go to the page number 127. So if you talk about the, so here we just need to give a brief about the contingency and reference to the non-program decision. Yes. So firstly, we just need to talk about the second situation. So if you talk about the second situation is basically a mix of different decisions, right? The very first thing is a non-program decision. So non-program decision is basically when some situation arises. It's not a scheduled one. It's not a regular one. Maybe it's due to some pandemic, maybe due to some natural calamity, or maybe due to some other issue. If it will come up, then it will called as the non-program decision. So first you just need to give a brief about what is non-program decisions. After that, you just need to give a brief about the contingency decision model and the rational model. So going to the page number 121. So if we talk about the rational model, so here we just need to think about the certain alternatives that okay, if we are having so many of employees, what is the alternative? The very first alternative is maybe we can just fire out those employees. That's the first alternative. Second one is maybe we can just cut off a few of their salary. Maybe we can continue with them 60% or 70%. The next is the voluntary retirement. Maybe we can just give them a voluntary retirement. The next one is basically we can say that okay, for 1 year we are not able to hire you, but after 1 year be able to hire you, so it's a temporary model. So there are certain things which comes into the mind, and we just need to choose from the best alternative out of all these multiple options, right? So this is one rational model. Then going to the next one is contingency model. So contingency model is again a situational based model, as we discussed in the non-program. So non-program is a decision, and the model for this is the contingency model, where decisions are made based on the certain factors, certain situations, as we discussed in the pandemic one. So this is a contingency model, so you can give the reference of this one. And last but not the least, definitely, if you are having a lag of words, or you are having just 500 600 words, and you just want to increase the length of the answer, you can just add these pointers: importance of the managerial decision making, where you are just mentioning the effective utilization of the resources, handling of problems and situations, accomplishment of the business goals and objectives, improved efficiency, promotion of innovative and creativity, increased motivation. So these are the certain things which you can mention in the importance of decision making. That's not a mandate, but yes, if you need more words to add on, then you can add to this answer, right? So this is all things which you need to refer in the first answer. So I hope first answer is pretty much clear. Now going to the second question. The second question is: Jimmy and Charmy are the marketing managers with Bhavi Automobiles. They joined the company approximately at the same time. Jimmy is looking after the luxury sales section, car section, and Charmy is looking after the SUV section. Jimmy ends up getting a higher incentive than Charmy due to the kind of product and sales has to engage in. Charmy felt a little bit less down, sometimes due to their difference. However, on one occasion when Jimmy and Charmy met at a lunch hour, Jimmy shared with the Charmy that he is not happy with the job and has resigned with the joining the competition market, since the better offer and the alternate incentives for the luxury car section. How would you connect the equity theory of motivation? Please elaborate your answer. Right. So here, they have talked about the two persons. One is the Jimmy, and the second one is Charmy. One is looking for the SUV section. The second one is looking for the luxury section. Both are taking care of the different sections, and one is not happy, one is happy, but the other one is joining the competitive company, providing the better incentives. So we just need to give a brief about the equity theory of motivation. So it's a very straightforward one, where you need to refer about the equity theory of motivation, and you can just elaborate those stuff in your answer. So it's a direct page number 173. If you see the page number 173, it clearly mentions equity theory of motivation, which was given by Adams. So here there are four things which are being referred. The one is other outside, the second one is self inside, the third one is other inside, the last one is the self outside, right? So if we talk about the other outside, so other outside is basically when the person is comparing his situation with the other person in some other company, right? In self inside is when he compare his job with the employees inside the uh, organization. Other inside is when he's looking for some other employees, compares his job inputs with the employee outside the organization. And and last one is self outside, when he compares his job with the employees at different positions in the same organization. So these are the four situations, when the person see, just you can understand for the basic thing. You are comparing with the same position in your company, you are comparing with the same position outside the company, we are comparing the other position in the same company, the other position in the other company. So these are the four things you need to refer. So if you talk about this Jimmy and Jami, so both are in the same company, but at the different in the different positions, right? But if Jimmy shares in the last, he is not happy with the job and resigns at joining the competitive market. It means the other competitive company with the same position, right? So you just need to give a reference of all these four things. Maybe you can just give a diagram, basically not the diagram, basically you can just give a this tabular format, and you can just explain all these four stories with respect to the Jimmy and Charmy. So that is very straightforward. The next third question comes as into the two parts, third A and third B. These are of 500 words, so make sure we are limited and stuck to our content only. Don't exceed 550 or 560 words. Just stick to that point. Japan Lights was a unit of bridge electricals. Japan Lights employ 120 workers for their assembly lines. The workers have been doing their job in manual assembly machines, which was being replaced by the automatic assembly lines. Please answer the following question. The decision of replacement was not taken positively by all the workers. Almost 80% of the workers approached the management with the threat of strike after bringing the automation. Discuss two types of resistance to change usually observed in such situation. So basically, it's something when you are bringing some change in the company, and it's basically an automation. So when automation comes in, so the same job which is done by 10 workers can be automated by a single machine. So always there is a threat that the employees will be fired out. It's a very common thing you can see in your real life as well. When there is some robotic things comes into the picture, then always there is a fear that okay, robot can work 24/7. They can do the work of more than 10 or 15 employees. Then what happens to 10, 15 employees? What company will do with those employees, right? So that's why there's always a threat of bringing the automation in any of the company. So here you just need to talk about the two types of resistance to the change. So here go to the page number 188. So here if you talk about the thing 9.2.3, resistance to change, what is the resistance? You just need to give a brief. Then you just need to talk about the two resistance. The very first one is traditional resistance, when the people do not have the proper knowledge or the information. And the second one is the emotional, as we discussed, the fear, anxiety, suspicion, or the insecurity of their job. So you just need to give a brief about both of these, and definitely you can just mention the certain factors, the reasons of resistance, like lack of the capabilities, lack of incentives, lack of technological upgradation, fear of salary reductions, uselessness of their skills, habit comfort, and ego defensiveness. So these are the certain reasons for the resistance. So you can just give a reference in respect to these light electrical company, and you can just mention these pointers. Again, there's a 500 words, so you not need not to write any extra thing to it. That will comprise of around 400 450 words, and it's totally fine. Now going to the third B point, what technologies or techniques of handling the resistance can be employed for this problem? Suggest any three. Right. Again, that's a straightforward one. Going to the page number 189, 9.2.4. So managing resistance to the change. How we can manage, how senior management will tackle this kind of resistance to the change by providing the facilitation, means you can just helping the employees to adopt these kind of changes very easily, just having more and more interactions. Education, by providing them with the benefits, not only because always there is a fear of means there is a job insecurity. So just guide them that okay, that will reduce your work, but that will not impact your salary, your wages, or anything. Involvement, it's important that managers will involve with the employees in making any change. Negotiation, always there should be a mutual agreement. It's not only the managers blindly take the decisions, it's always the workers who need to actually work on these automation techniques. So it's important that you involve them, you help them, you guide them, you assist them, and you negotiate with them. And the last one is the training programs are conducted certain kind of training, so that okay, they will be comfortable in this new environment and they feel that okay, they are a part of this organization. So these are the certain, you can refer any of these three and just explain it with this reference to the that automation stuff which we discussed in the question about that lighting company. So these are all the three questions, and hope that will helpful for you. And if you have any doubts or facing any issue, you can just feel free to connect to me at ngc.mb@gmail.com. And if you like this video, do like to subscribe and stay connected for other videos for other subjects and other semesters as well. Thank you so much.